Hello friends, welcome to Inform Tech. Myself Saurav here. So, as discussed in our first video, we are going to cover all that practical given by University of Mumbai. So, in this video tutorial, we are going to cover that second practical. The question is write a program to declare some variable of type int, float and double. Then assign some values to this variable and display this value. So, before moving ahead with that practical, we need to understand the fundamental of C. So, friends, as we have used these two preprocessor directives in our first video, the first preprocessor directives was has include studio.h. So basically, studio.h means it's called standard input output. So basically, it is used to include the standard input output library function. The printf function is defined in studio.h. As you are already aware, we are using printf when you need to display some message, to display some data on the screen. And then the second is has include conio.h. So conio.h means console input output. So basically it is used to include the console input output library function. So as we have used getch in our previous video, so it is basically to hold the screen till user enter any character or any number from the keyboard. So the getch function is defined in conio.h. And then coming to main method, so as I already informed you in our first video, the main method as entry point of a program, and the void keyword with main method, it indicates that returns no value. We have three basic functions in C programming. The first is clr scr. It means clear screen. This function is used to clear the previous output from the console. And the second is printf. The printf function is used to print data on the console. And the third is getch. This function requests for a single character. Until you press any key, it blocks the screen. So before going into the practical, we first need to understand some data types. So in C language, basic data types are used to store values in integer and decimal form. It supports both signed and unsigned literals. There are four basic types in both signed and unsigned forms. So first is integer. As you are already aware, integer means it will be an integer number, like 1 to any number. And then float. So it will be your floating point type number, like decimal number. So it will contain the decimal. And then coming to double. So basically double is the same as float, but the only difference is float can contain 6 digit after decimal, but double can contain 10 digit after decimal. So that is the primary difference between float and double. And character is used to store the letters from A to Z. So now we are moving ahead with our practical. So as here you can see that the file extension is CPP, that is C++, but we are doing the practical of C. So basically CPP is the next version of C, as we can also say it is an extended version of C. But first we need to change the file extension. So just click on file and click on save as, and just give your file name. So here I am giving my file name as data type. You can give the file name as per your convention. I am going to declare that all three types of variable, that is integer, float and double. Then I am going to assign the values of each of the variable. So for float, I am giving the 3.2. You can give any floating point number. And for double, I am giving, we have done with the declaration and assignment part. To display any message on the screen, we need to make use of printf function. Actually, there is format specifier in C language. Format specifier means if you want to display integer number, then you need a format specifier. For integer, we are using %d. So I am giving message that it is integer, and the format specifier for integer will be %d as it is given by C. So we cannot change, it is fixed. For float, I am giving the message float, and I am giving, and for float we are going to use format specifier as f. I'm putting some space. And for double, as I have already explained you, there is no difference between float and double. There is only one difference, that is float, that is double can hold more value after the decimal. So format specifier will be float and double will be same. To run that program, there is a shortcut Control F9. So it is saying there is one error. Sorry, we have missed that semicolon. Now we can run that program.
थैंक्स फॉर वॉचिंग द वीडियो। यदि आपको वीडियो अच्छी लगी हो तो प्लीज़ इसे लाइक कर दें एंड चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर दें।